Okay, so over to Madan. I will ask Madan to take over from here. Madan. Madan, if you can share your screen.
All right. Yeah, thanks a lot, Anjani, for such a grand welcome. Can you hear me? Can you please confirm?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
All right. So I'm just sharing my screen here. Just give me a moment. Okay. Guys, can you please confirm if you can see my screen? You can hear me?
Yes, yes, we can. We can hear you.
All right, great. Yeah, all right, great. So thanks a lot, Anjani, for such a grand welcome and being here, giving this opportunity to speak to you to your community. So it's pleasure and it's my pleasure to be here. Let's get started, guys. Already, Anjali talked to you about myself. My name is Madan, and I am primarily more people-focused guy, walking into RPA as well as AI space. But before that, let's get started and quickly. Though Anjani talked about the advantage of learning into this digital disruption, but quickly I'll read a quote for you that has been quoted by Henry Ford. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether it's 20, 80, or 40. But anyone who keeps learning is stay young. So, ladies and gentlemen, the objective of this program today, what is being organized by Anjani and entire team, is to create awareness around the RPA, especially how RPA and AI is disrupting the market, and what is the need and what is the essence of for everybody here to upskill and reskill to stay relevant and competitive into the market. So before I move forward, let's make this session a little interactive. Let me check with you. Let me go back to you guys today, all the audience here. Thanks a lot for joining. Let me know how many of you are really excited. How many of you are really excited to be here in the session and excited to learn? In case you are really excited, just type excited into the chat box. I just wanted to see your excitement because it's Sunday evening and everybody is lazy. Let me know show me your excitement and then quickly we'll start this session. Yeah, I can see there are few people who are really excited. All right, great. Thank you very much. So guys, let's get started. All right, great. Yeah. So uh, So let me quickly touch upon. Anjali talked about Industrial Revolution 4.5.0. I'm little behind. I should have included 5.0. But let me welcome you to the digital disruption, digital revolution 4.0. And trust me, it's not the buzzword, but already we are surrounded by such kind of applications that is that is going to entirely change the way we communicate, the way interact, the way we communicate, and the way we do the transaction into the industry. I'm not going to touch upon one, two, three, but what I'm trying to bring your attention and grab your attention here, that entire digital transformation, entire digital disruption is blurring the line between the physical and the digital lines. So what I'm trying to make a point here, so far what we have contributed and the way industry move forward, it has not impacted the human. But today, with the advent of artificial intelligence and the advent of RPA especially, it has actually augmented the intelligence of the machines, and it has added, trust me, I'll just quickly talk about later, but two hands to the computer, two eyes to the machines, and one brain to the machine, through which machine can act, machine can think, machine can see, and machine can uh, take the decision just like a human. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not something talking, it's a buzzword, it's not the future. It's already happening into the industry, and an autonomous car, Siri, or maybe Alexa in your house, it's already started encroaching and already started taking the decision on behalf of us. This has grabbed my attention. I'm not sure if really this has grabbed your attention or not, but this is not important. Of course, the things that has to be automated, certainly it will get automated, and it will be get automated. But what I'm trying to make a point here, that this entire automation gamut is impacting and changing the landscape of our job. And look at here, this is little blur. I really apologize, but especially the people who are working at the lower chain, who are actually working into manual testing, GPO, KPO, contact center infrastructure, or into the back office operation, they are primarily on the verge of losing the job until or unless they are not ready to upskill and reskill. So the message is very clear. And again, I'll go back to you guys. I'll ask you many questions during this program. Be ready to answer. This, this data clearly suggests. May I request everybody to please, can you please go on mute? May I request everybody to please, can you please go on mute? Anjani, can you please keep this Ritik Kumar Srivastav on mute?
Put him on mute. I put him on mute. I put him on mute.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you. So, guys, the important message what I'm trying to to you, that there is a lot of excitement into the market around the different disruptive technology. Whatever you talk about blockchain, AI, you talk about RPA, but at the same time, this technology has become a kind of job eliminator, and the message is very clear. If we'll not step up today, if we'll not lift and shift our offering, our role, definitely it's a strong, you should believe that your job will be eliminated and it will be marginalized in the future. So get ready for this one. But let me show you what Anjani said. Addition to that one, that every cloud has a silver lining. While artificial intelligence and AI is eliminating the job, at the same time, it's creating many opportunity for the people who are actually, who are actually investing the time and money in order to improve and upskill themselves. Look at here what Gartner is talking about. Quickly, I'll touch upon. There are two lines here. One is the dark line, another one is the very light line. Look at here in 2020, RPA and AI has actually, eliminated approximate 1.8 million jobs, while it has created 2.2 million jobs. But if you go quickly to 2022 or go to 2025, you look at here, it has created new opportunity. When I'm talking about new opportunity, 4.5 million, and it has eliminated as well 2.5 million. So net, it has created 45 lakhs new job, and it has also eliminated 25 lakhs jobs. So let me go back to you guys. Let me know how can we shift from the dark blue to the light blue. What is your answer? What do you think? How can we shift ourselves from the light blue to dark blue to the light blue? Any answer here from the audiences? May I request everybody to let me know your thought. Keep learning. All right, absolutely. You're awesome. And anybody else? What is your plan to move from deep blue to the light blue? Anybody else who upskilling? Great, awesome.
Yes,
Change
sir.
of domains. Yeah, change of domains too. All right, great. AIML, absolutely. Guys, you are awesome here. I think you are come with a completely open mind to learn the things. Great. So, guys, the answer is very simple. Answer is very simple. 95% of the roles are going to be changed by 2025. And the answer is upskilling and reskilling and keep ourselves learning. This is the one mantra. Anjani is doing a great job, fantastic job in terms of upskilling and reskilling this community. At the same time, the message Gartner and everybody is talking. The answer is very simple: upskilling and reskilling with the continuous learning. Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's move forward. What is happening now? I'm helping you to understand what is RPA and why RPA is important into this market space. So let's understand. When I started this entire page, what I talked about, now computer has got, or the machines has got two hands, two eyes, uh, I would say the ears as well to hear, and then one brain to think about it. And what is happening? Let me tell you. And here is the opportunity, guys. So far, whatever automation took place into enterprises, if you include all ERP and plus all the other application that contributes to automation, what the industry is predicting, the entire automation contributes to only 20% of the overall automation, and the opportunity is 80% is still there that can be automated. And here is the opportunity. If you wanted to enter into automation space, you look at it, this number and data, and from here you can start doing that. But what is happening? Great, Rahul. You are late, but though you are on time. But why this 80%? Because 20% all the system do, but 80% of the time this required the human to take the decision, because most of the data is unstructured, and there the human intelligence or the human intervention required in order to complete the transaction. So what trying to make a point, I'll prove it later, but at this moment you try to understand in any enterprise still there are 80% of the chances and 80% of opportunity the processes can be automated. So let's understand how. So the definition, can somebody just chat what is the full form of RPA? I just wanted to just check your intelligence. What is the full form of RPA? Can somebody type here into the chat box? Yeah, great. Not robot, guys. Robotic process automation. It's robotics, not robotics. It's robotic process automation. Great. So you need to understand in the industry. Yeah, great. Thank you. So guys, you need to understand in the market already we have the process automation, but why industry all of a sudden prefixed robotic and quickly started talking about robotic process automation, and it has become the number one priority for the CIO and the top leader in the industry to adopt and implement into their organization. Let's understand here. So try to understand here that today in the market there are many existing process automation exist. So at this moment there are only 6 I have documented, but there could be many more. SAP, mainframe, Salesforce, custom based development like .NET based application, Java based application, your business intelligence, ServiceNow. There are many applications available into the market. But let me tell you, where is the gap? The gap is wherever you see the paper-based transaction, and whenever the paper-based transaction comes, this required a lot of, the manual intervention. Broken IT system essentially mean that whenever you have the complex legacy systems or the systems like mainframe, those are pretty complex, and this required always those systems are not communicating to each other, and this required to establish the I mean, in order to complete the transaction, this required the human intervention. Business exceptions, I'm not sure how many of you come from really a the operation background, but all these applications keep throwing a lot of business exception. And last but not the least, unstructured data. If you come from a data science and other background, 80% of the time the unstructured data is there lies into the enterprise. So whenever all these things comes into picture, this attracts a lot of data entry. Any kind of data entry, this attracts hopping across the multiple systems in order to complete the transaction, verification, validation, and comparison of the data, decision making rules or the judgment, and last but not the least, the email or the reading or the writing. So what I'm trying to make a point here, even though we have the systems in place in our enterprise, let's say you talk about SAP, you talk about mainframe, you talk about ServiceNow, you talk about Salesforce, you talk about any kind of banking systems, but still this requires the human to intervene by the different channels. For example, data entry, email, reading, writing, verification, validation, report extraction. This all happens manually, and when it happens manually, do you know what happens? Anybody can type into the chat box. When we interact manually with all these systems, what are the side effects? Can somebody let me know into the chat box? What are the side effects? Yeah, I'll answer your questions. Shorya, I'll answer. Yeah. What else? What else? Okay. So great, guys. Thanks a lot. So let me tell you, when you see the data entry hopping across multiple system, verification, validation, decision making, email reading, writing, report extraction, or manual intervention, it attracts the errors. And today, the objective of objective of automation is to remove the human touch, remove the human intervention. But quickly, let's reimagine a situation. You are a senior leader. Yeah, thank you, Manish. You are the senior leader, or you are sitting at the CIO level, and today you are handling with the 100 members team into your contact center, and you are imagining to 3x growth. How can you scale if you are a contact center, if you have a shared services or managed services? How you are going to scale your entire operation? There are two ways to scale. One way is to just scale with the human. One way is to scale, you just replicate your 3x growth with your 3x human workforce. But the side effect, when you replicate this human workforce, that leads to the high cost, because ultimately what happens, you need to scale by the infrastructure, number of seats, administration, HR, finance, transport, and everything. So that all the cost leads to the higher cost. Somebody said errors, somebody said delays, and ultimately delays cause the customer experience. Compliance issue, in case you come from banking and finance background, you understand what is the repercussion of overall the compliance issues. Bank and financial institution keep paying the $1 billion penalties because they have not meet the overall compliance issue. That leads to revenue loss. And let me tell you, last but not the least, end of the day, if your processes are pretty standard, your processes are pretty transactional and repetitive, the iteration rate is very high. When the people leave the organization, that caused to lot of recruitment as well as training and retraining costs. So imagine a situation when your organization is human driven, people driven, and you are scaling with the people. This will cause you a lot of things, and probably you may not be able to sustain and survive into the industry. So what is the answer? What is the answer? The answer is, while you are scaling and competing with the digitally born company, you have to think about a moment that how can I create a complete workforce. So ladies and gentlemen, let me invite you to the world of digital workforce. Digital workforce is nothing but RPA, robotic process automation, is one of the key member of entire digital workforce. So in this world, your complete workforce is the collaboration between the human workforce and the digital workforce. This becomes a complete workforce. So guys, so this world digital workforce, today almost all the companies started adopting. The journey started, and it's at the level of scaling the entire operation. So what I'm trying to make a point here, whether you are a project manager, program manager, you are into operation, whenever you are scaling your entire operation, whenever you are reimagining your process, please look at a technology, how it's solving your problem in terms of scaling your entire operation in order to reduce the cost or in order to improve your KPI. So let me tell you, what is the idea here? You need to entirely relook the way today you are working and how you can actually integrate and inject the overall AI, ML, or artificial intelligence, or maybe RPA, robotic process automation element. So what I'm trying to make a point here, what I'm trying to make a point here, if your employees are today engaged in doing the time consuming, repetitive, high value, error prone tasks that human is doing today, the best way to relook and innovate the processes is you build a virtual you build a virtual workforce, you build a digital workforce, and delegate all the work from human workforce to the digital workforce, and let your digital workforce work 24/7, 365. It will not sleep, it will not make any mistakes, it will not get bored by all the I mean by the dirty work. And it will make your business process more efficient, it will make your people more productive, and in fact it will, these are all funny things, it will not go on vacation. But what I'm trying to make a point here, that this will help you to make your business process more efficient, it will help you to reduce the cost. At the same time, it will help you to entirely scale your business operation the way today cloud works. In the similar way, this RPA bot works into production 24/7, 365 without any human intervention. So quickly, I'll show you one quick video. I have a couple of examples ready with me, but quickly let me visualize here. Let me quickly visualize here. If you look at left hand side, there are three people who are working on three different systems on three different applications. They are primarily working on highly transactional activity that is repetitive and rule based. But when this has been automated and when this entire processes are being delegated to the bots, essentially essentially it has not replaced either the system or the application, but rather it has replaced the human. So what I'm trying to make a point here, RPA is actually sits on top of any applications, and it mimics and interact with the computer and learn what humans are doing, and eventually it will replicate the human and bots will take it forward. Yeah. So after this I'll show you quick video. But what is the capability in terms of, let me tell you, it can, the way human interact and create the Excel, PowerPoint, Word files, PDF, web based application, Windows based application, Citrix application, mainframe application. I mean, whatever the human capability in terms of interacting with any kind of application, uh, these bots can pretty much capable enough to complete all those activity and do it even the faster than the human. Let me show you a quick video. Let me show you a quick video. But before that, let me check with you how many of you are really excited to see the video that will give you a fair bit of idea that how RPA bot works. How many of you are really excited to see this video? Quickly let me know your thought process. Yeah. All right. Great. So let me. Yeah. So guys, this is little extended video. This covers your chatbot. This covers your RPA and OCR. So let me show you. This is just 3 minutes of video. Guys, this is a chatbot, but I'm showing you how chatbot, RPA, and OCR works together into this entire ID. Look at here, we are building a chatbot. We are just training and building a chatbot that will start interacting with your RPA bot. And finally, this chatbot will get deployed on Facebook. It's pretty simple FAQ chatbot that doesn't require any much of the coding, but it will get deployed on the Facebook without writing anything. Guys, these are the steps. This is common standard steps in order to deploy on Facebook. But look at here, the chatbot is ready. The chatbot is ready. Chatbot and RPA bot both seamlessly works together. I just wanted to show you to just an eye opener. Okay, so just ignore this one. I'm just moving forward. This is actually predictive analytics. So guys, this is OCR. OCR is one of the very important component of your RPA. This helps to extract the data from invoice and the purchase order. This is all built up on computer vision, but at this moment, this is a business tool. This doesn't require to, I mean, write any kind of code in order to extract the data. So it's extracting the data and populating into the Excel sheet from where RPA bot will pick it up the data and then it will push into HCP application. So look at here, it has extracted the data and it has put everything into Excel. Guys, this is RPA. So still I need to cover its feature, but look at here, it's completely low code, no code based platform where you can automate anything by just dragging and dropping, the components. You do not need to essentially write any code. Just the kind of workflow, like, the tool. So essentially, we are training and configuring our bot here. And now look at here, whatever we have extracted from our OCR, now it will push the data into SAP. This is all done by the bot. It's not driven by the human, it's all driven by the bot. You imagine what human used to do into SAP or Salesforce or any kind of business application. Today, bots are pretty much capable. The RPA driven bots are pretty much capable to push the data into any system. This is what's happening into the industry, and that's where we need to lift and shift our entire learning and offering in order to stay relevant and competitive into the market. Excuse me. All right, great. So this is how RPA chatbot and OCR works together. Let
Adding to
me quickly
Madan,
go back to.
Madan, I would like to add here. So,
Yeah, please.
if
Please.
you would have seen the video, you would have seen that it's doing like the people who may be from testing domain, they would have been doing similar thing in the past for years now. There were multiple tools that were there in the past which used to test the, like it would use to open the application, do the input directly, populate the input and move on and then run a test case. So when the RPA started, obviously there was something in the background which already few company built, which could mimic an app, open an app, use the mouse cursor and play with it. Now the thing got advanced, and the workflow was added, and there are multiple things that got added, and then you see the advent of RPA maybe 7 8 years 10 years back, and now this has improved a lot. Now it's for its sky is the limit. That's what Madan is showing. And then how we beautifully integrated the chatbot with RPA. Obviously we have a separate session coming up on chatbot soon, um, and then RPA Madan is giving an overview. So you can see that how this can be mixed and can be played easily. And then SAP application he was talking about. So SAP, another application which is there. And now in the SAP, either you use the API for developer, for engineer, we use the API, we do integration in the background. When you have RPA in hand, you don't need a developer, right? So he can directly, someone can code or run the workflow, record the workflow in the RPA, integrate the bot and other tools in the middle, and then automatically it will open up the SAP application and put the data. Right, Madan?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah. Couple of other video I do. I'll show to the people. I'll quickly pass on all this theory part. So yeah, thanks Anjali for adding up your thought and perspective here. So guys, quickly let's move forward, and then I'll come back to, I'll show you a couple of more videos, and then we'll get it into question and answer. But what I'm trying to make a point here, that in case you are integrating and onboarding RPA part of your entire technology, the toolkit, it will help you to boost up the productivity, because when RPA bot works, there are less likelihood chance of any mistakes. At the same time, it works 24/7, 365. It helps to reduce the cost, and at the same time, it will help you to quickly recover your ROI within 6 to 9 months, and that leads to overall your compliance needs. That leads to overall your governance and accuracy. And last but not the least, let me tell you, when human walks or when the bot walks, the speed the bot gives you 3x to 5x speed. So overall, end of the day, being a business leader or being a digital transformation leader, end of the day, you are able to achieve your overall ROI 6 to 9 months and overall improve the overall efficiency. So I think it's a great matrix and great KPI for you. So this is just a small conversation, but probably that is a good time you can go and figure it out. By characteristic, let me tell you three things I just wanted to highlight here. Number one, it's completely low code or no code platform. What Anjani was talking about, this doesn't require for you to write even a single line of code. Everything is low code or no code. It's just drag and drop. It's just drag and drop. It's a kind of Visio. It's kind of flow chart where you can drag and drop and then automate your processing. Number two, number two is the RPA bot. It works on the presentation layer, on the GUI layer, the way human interact with the computer. This is one of the characteristics that leads to whenever you want to integrate RPA with any platform or any application, this doesn't require to disrupt any either of the application. That's the reason the entire integration and development RPA is very fast and it's rapid pace. And from inception to production, even you can go within 2 weeks to 6 weeks. This is the timeline that we use to deploy the RPA bots into production. So I'll encourage everybody to just go and quickly check about RPA and its feature. But three things, just keep in mind, it's low code or no code platform where if you come from a manual testing or you are from operation background, for you, I think you should love it. Number two, it doesn't disrupt any of the underlying system. That's the reason the entire development is very fast. It's a rapid development platform. And last but not the least, the way human interact with the computer or the presentation layer, RPA bot works into the similar fashion. Where you can where you can deploy RPA bots, number one, wherever you see the data entry situation, wherever you see the data entry situation, the good place to deploy the RPA bot. Number two is straight through processing. Straight through processing is something, for example, the employee onboarding. Employee onboarding consists of passing through the transaction to the multiple systems because those systems are not talking to each other. So in that case, RPA bot is capable enough to log into any of the systems without any manual intervention. Virtual integration, I'll not touch upon much, but I'll just provocate here to you. There are two ways to integrate the system. One way is API and the web services, and that is the disruptive. But another way that is emerging into the market is RPA bot integration, that is called virtual integration. For example, SAP and mainframe systems can still be integrated without disrupting and without changing the underlying system, without exposing the API through the RPA bot. I'll encourage everybody to go back and study. Last but not the least, in case you are coming across your people are doing extracting, generating the reports by pulling the data from multiple sources and collating and consolidating, the best place to start is the RPA. These are the four use cases. I'll talk to you, but let me show you the bigger use cases from the industry. And I'll come back to you. I'll ask you a question from which industry you belong to and what are the use cases you can imagine at this moment. But let me quickly walk you through. Yeah. So let me quickly walk you through insurance. Guys, you read it out. Hope you can see my presentation. Please read it out for yourself. I'm just doing by header, healthcare, human resource, financial services, supply chain management, IT infrastructure, and especially into contact center or call center or into support function like L1, L2 support, IT help desk, batch monitoring, reporting, consumer goods or manufacturing, P2P, O2C, R2P, inventory, good returns, compliance, or you can imagine anywhere. So let me tell you, the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. In your processes or in your business area, wherever you see any process where humans are engaged into repetitive, rule-based, and highly transactional activities, they are doing across the data entry, validation, verification, emails, reporting, or any kind of data manipulation, the best place to start is RPA bot in order to grab the low-hanging fruits. How can you do that? It's very simple. I'll tell you what are the tools into the market, but very simple way. As I said, it's a low-code, no-code platform. You can do quickly. You can grab the any RPA tools. Just go and automate the process, build some POC, demonstrate to your management, and then I think that will be a good best place to start your use cases. But before I move forward, let me go back to you. What I talk to you, I know that it's very vast subject. It's not easy to, yeah, great. It's not easy to at this moment reimagine everything. But what do you see in your business space? You can at this moment reimagine or think about any business use case that can be automated using RPA. Let me know quickly your thought process within 1 minute and then we'll move forward. What do you think the simple RPA use case that you can automate using RPA in your business environment? Can somebody even the silly mistakes is okay? Can you please let me know your thought process? Anybody, can you assume before I move forward? Nobody? Okay, banking, great. Yeah, thank you, Manish. Reporting is a great place. MIS preparation is a great place from where you can start. Reporting is such a low hanging fruit that you can build up using RPA, train the bot and schedule the bot every day morning 9 o'clock. It will pull all the data and it will present to your stakeholders. Anybody else apart from report can reimagine? Yeah, okay. Okay, great. So, guys, what I talked about all these use cases, but let me tell you today. Yes, great. So let me tell you guys today there are 150 tools available into the market, and this space is noisy, and it's actually growing day by day. But in case you wanted to get started, great. Yeah, thanks, Vivek. Thank you. E-commerce website, product description. Yes, great. But here is the thing you must be thinking what is in it for me? Why? What I should care? Let me tell you. In case you wanted to start your journey today, best place to start is either UiPath or Automation Anywhere. I'll tell you why. I believe UiPath has got a very vibrant community. It has got free UiPath tool. It has got the free community learning where you can go and start your journey today. And their academy, their forum is so vibrant that probably in case you devote your time and devote your overall dedication, I think within 1 week you should be able to build, train, and deploy a small bot on the orchestrator, and you will see the magic. You will see the magic, and this doesn't require any kind of coding. But let me tell you what is the difference between all the three tools. Blueprint is pretty old tool, and if you look at that, almost all the BFSI, banking and insurance, they are the early adopters of Blue Prism, and it's pretty much secure tool. And banking and finance companies always prefer to deploy the Blue Prism. Number two is overall Automation Anywhere. Automation Anywhere, though nowadays UiPath is coming on the top, but mostly the healthcare companies and manufacturing, they have adopted Automation Anywhere because Automation Anywhere is economical, and it's very, it's very flexible for the business users to quickly build and deploy the bot into the production. And number three, nowadays, in fact, UiPath has come on the top into overall quadrant. And if you are, let me tell you one very bold claim. Let me ask you this question from everybody. In case you are sleeping or in case you might be watching television, just hear my word now. How many of you are from non-coding background? How many of you hate coding and are still excited to enter into artificial intelligence space? How many of you are from non-coding background and still excited to enter into data science space? Let me know yes or no, and then I'll show you the channel. How you can enter into artificial intelligence without having any coding experience. Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, okay, great. Okay, let me tell you. Uh, Let me quickly grab another slide. Just Anjani, permit me for a minute, right? So it's not part of our. No worries. If you have coding experience, definitely.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, share it.
Okay.
So actually, most of the people who join here are mostly architect or engineers, uh, and
No
few are
worries.
few are few are from the program management world who are trying to enter into data science and
Great.
AI
All right. Great.
and other worlds.
Great.
And
So
few
even
are
the people.
starter kid also are there. They're from people from college also who are more enthusiastic. We do not see more kids like these days like we were, but those who are there, like they are very advanced. They do and join this session, and they join multiple meetups. I have seen that. That's great, and
Great,
congratulations for
thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
So, guys, let me tell you, in case you are, I'll answer the question quickly in few minutes. We'll do that. But let me tell you what I'm trying to make a point. Whether you are a technologist or you are from non-coding background, you are from operation, RPA is gateway to AI for you. Let me show you how. Let me prove you. There are two channels to enter into entire data science or artificial intelligence channel. One channel, the people who are from very heavy technological background, who are tech geeks, who love coding, Python, R, .NET, Java, or whatever the programming language, they can enter through this channel. They can get it into Python, they can learn and they can write a whole bunch of algorithms, train the model, train the data, and deploy into the production. This is the one channel. But let me tell you, today the democratization of technology and especially the invention of low code, no code, and auto ML platform has opened up a floodgate for the people who are from non-technology background, who are from operation, who are from business, and who are excited about entering into artificial intelligence and data science space. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how. Number one, you learn RPA. Number one, you learn RPA, and RPA will help you to automate the processes. Those are primarily rule based, and dealt with structured data. Now, similarly, RPA has great integration with all the machine learning platforms, and one of the machine learning platform that I admire, and we are one of the lover of Google GCP Auto ML. And trust me, I'll show you quick one video. Whether you go to IBM Watson, you go to Google GCP, you go to Azure, or you go to AWS, their entire Auto ML platform is designed for the business users who come from non-technology background. Still, they can create a machine learning model, they can train and they can deploy without writing a single line of code. So this is the another channel that is opening for the business users. So my recommendation and my suggestion for you, that in case still you are excited, this channel you can adopt and you can get it into this space. Let me quickly show you a video and then we'll get it into question and answer. uh, Same video, I'll just, this subject is called churn analysis. Let me reach to that point. Yeah, so before that, yeah, so let me tell you before that, churn analysis is a subject of predicting the customer or the or anybody or your employee, anybody who will leave your organization or who will leave your services. So how can we predict before my customer or my employee leave my organization? So this is a subject of data science. If you go and talk to data scientists, they will talk about a hell lot of algorithms. They will talk about entire Python and R. But what I'm showing today, look at here. This is IBM Watson, their entire, the machine learning platforms. We are not writing a single line of code. Everything is all seamless without writing a single line of code. Though it's a subject of RPA, but I'm opening a bigger gate for you. Look at here. Everything is right from dataset creation till the machine learning model till deployment. It's all seamless without writing a single line of code. Look at here. It's automatically deploying the entire model and selecting the right algorithms. We do not have to apply our thought process. It's building the pipeline and confusion matrix and everything is built up for us. It's started deploying on their cloud platform. Look here, we are just testing, and in the testing, it's giving me 0.8% of the prediction this employee may leave the organization. So though I'm not denying the fact that coding is absolutely must, but at least the people who are from non-technology background, for them also this is opening the floodgate. So what I'm trying to make a point here, that RPA is the gateway to artificial intelligence. If you come from that background, definitely this is a channel you can explore, you can look forward, and then you can integrate RPA with whole bunch of the entire machine learning platforms, either Google GCP or maybe AWS or Microsoft platform. So with this one, I'll just quickly get it into question and answer. I want to devote much and much time on your question and answer so that at least I can match up your expectation. So this is the end of my slide. I know it's very small stipulated time, but I believe I tried my best to give you the information what is RPA, what could be the potential use cases into industry. So please feel free to ask me question, maybe into the chat box, or feel free to unmute yourself and then directly talk to me. Yeah, somebody put into the chat box. Uh, Shaurya said, she's a student. I am not into any industry right now, but as an individual, I travel much. So I fetch all the travel details from my ticket booking website, but I tried automating ICC website, got stuck on CAPTCHA part. So how can I? Okay, so look at here. The basic objective of having CAPTCHA on any website is to prevent the bots. So this is difficult task to automate. But even though you wanted to beat the CAPTCHA, there is a API called death by CAPTCHA. There is a API called death by CAPTCHA. You can evaluate death by CAPTCHA will help you to extract the numbers from the CAPTCHA, or the text from the CAPTCHA, that you can use it. But the end objective of the CAPTCHA is to prevent the bot. Hope I'm able to answer your question. Jaswinder, let me tell you, you do not need to worry about open source RPA tool, because all the RPA tools, either UiPath, Blue Prism, or Automation Anywhere, these all are free for community for learning purpose. So do not have to worry about. Go ahead and learn. Learning is absolutely free. Yeah, does it answer your question? Manish has a question: how to integrate RPA with existing running system built on Java or custom coding of various texts. So Manish, as I talked, RPA acts and works on top of the existing system. So it means the way you interact, the way you identify the elements, and even Anjani also emphasized that RPA bots used to identify the elements, and the way human navigate through the application page by page. In similar same technique RPA bot use. So whether your system is built up on Java, or built up on Citrix, or built up on any kind of applets, on Java applets, it's pretty much capable for the RPA bots to go, and the way human enter into a space, punch in the data, pull in the report. Absolutely, it will do everything for you. There is no exception to this one. Uh, Somebody asked me this one: in banking chatbot, after initial round, it doesn't work effectively to closure. So if I feel it is still at early stage and require knowledge base, it has to be built up for. Uh, Chandrajit, I really emphasize with you, but I believe it has reached to, at the very matured stage. It's all depends on your strategy. How you are deploying it, how you are doing the POC, and how you are training, and what kind of model you are using it. Because a lot of banks have started integrating. In fact, let me tell you, Mastercard has integrated their entire banking system with the Facebook platform. So if Mastercard has done it, I believe now there is no doubt, there is no hiccups. So I believe probably you need to go back and look at your strategy, digital strategy, how you are adopting, and what kind of technology and everything you're bringing on the table. If you want, I'm more than happy to have a conversation. Yeah. So somebody asked, what is the right consideration to choose test automation versus RPA? Let me tell you here. The objective of RPA is not to replace the test automation tool, because test automation is primarily objective is to validate to your business requirement, but RPA is to automate your operation applications. RPA is to automate your business application that is already there into production. Yeah. I think it's coming very fast. Let me. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Robil, I think this is a great place where you can go and learn. Nowadays, companies are bullish on even hiring the freshers who has great amount of knowledge, not just the theory, but you should have couple of projects experience. Definitely, the company will hire you, and that we have experimented. Uh, what are the top three tools to start exploring this field? Somebody has asked this question. Let me from Jaswinder. Jaswinder, I think you do not need to focus on three tools or five tools. Just focus on one tool, and either you focus on automation anywhere or UiPath. I think that is sufficient enough, because RPA as a tool, it's a very vast tool. Okay, so next question. Hope this answers your question. Can a college to start learning eventually? Yeah, absolutely. You can learn if you are from college. I think you should start learning how to manage the cost for RPA deployment with AI. So absolutely, you need to understand which piece of or which component of AI you want to deploy into production. So there are different cost. There are different cost strategy that you need to understand. But when you talk AI, it's very subjective. You need to be very specific. Which component? NLP, chatbot, OCR, computer vision. That you need to be very specific. Then only we can figure it out. What will be the cost, and then what is the transaction. Somebody said training is the model is key. Can we get them close to human response with rigorous training? Uh, okay, let me answer. Yeah, Anna, training is the model. Yeah, Anna, you can use Google platform. I think we use Dialogflow, what I showed you. So Dialogflow is very much, capable platform, and it has lot of use cases. So I'll bet on Google GCP, Google Dialogflow. That is good platform. I think both are good, Charanjit. You can choose either UiPath or maybe automation anywhere. It hardly matter. But I think for learners, for community perspective, UiPath is signing better than automation anywhere. There are 100,000 people learning daily. Can RPA scan the documents and later on approve or reject workflow based on? Yeah, absolutely. Vivek, yes. RPA can scan the document, whether it's your native document, your PDF, your scan, and in fact, in case you have errors or it has not scanned properly, in case it has erroneous data, it will route the workflow to the human, where human will validate and then it will process the data. It has the capability. Upload, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is a fundamental called confidence level. So in case threshold level, in case the confidence level is less than whatever you have defined, it will not process automatically. It will intervene. It will bring the human in loop. Does it make sense to you, Vivek? Yeah, Vashanta confirmed. Yeah, thanks, Vashanta. Vivek, actually, there are many evaluation criteria, and one of the evaluation criteria is, of course, if you are from banking and finance, you have to look for the security aspect. I mean, what kind of certification and security all these tools are bringing on the table. Number two is economical model. I mean, what is the cost of the tools in terms of 1 year, 2 year, 3 years? Number three is the overall technology landscape. Nowadays, all the RPA tools are even connected with the deep learning and the predictive analytics and everything. And number four is, of course, the resources into the market. You do not want to choose anything that don't have the resources into the industry. So at least at this moment, I can see 4 5 criteria that you can look at. Rest others, I mean, at this moment it's not allowing, but we can get connected and we can talk about it. What is the scope of Blue Prism in the market, since it's very costly? What is the scope? I think, look at here. Still, the Blue Prism developers who are the architects, they are pretty much relevant into the market. It's not about the scope and it's not about the market. It's all about your capability. What kind of capability today you have built up, and how you are positioning and marketing yourself. It all depends on that one. It's not about how far we go. Definitely, Microsoft has also introduced the tool, so the credibility is question mark. But still, Blue Prism is pretty much relevant into the market, because topmost all the top Fortune 500 companies, they have adopted Blue Prism. So there is no question at how far it will go, but the question is how good capability you have built up into Blue Prism. That is the main. I mean, what is in it for me? Yeah. How good RPA? No, I mean, look here. NOC and SOC, I mean, there are many other tools that you can use for, I mean, instead of RPA, because RPA is not a silver bullet that it will solve all the problem. For NOC and NSOC, there are other tools, but yes, in NOC and SOC, In case you see there are some human manual activity that is happening, that you can delegate to RPA bot, but still what the activity, I mean, what the other tools that are best suited for NOC and SOC, that should be deployed rather than RPA tool. So I won't recommend unless you don't see, a lot of human intervention over there. How to get certificate? I think you need to talk to Anjani. These are the best crew member who will help you. What is the pathway to certification, Vivek, and its acceptance? I think, I mean, all the certificates are free. Vivek, you can go to UiPath and Automation Anywhere. You can just learn. I think, Anay, yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, so for certificates, Madan, I've sent you a WhatsApp with a code. You just have to announce that speaker code, and and
Okay.
then people have to go on. I've pinged the link. It's fifthir.com, https www.fifthir.com, which is our complete evangelist platform. There are new version coming up weekly. So this version, as you can see, you watch past videos, past sessions, and you can also, the session currently is being live streamed there. So you can
Okay.
just, you can open up your, I would have sent, yeah, here. So
I think you have.
yes, so
Okay,
yeah,
guys. So this is so
AB5MK.
correct.
A,
So, guys, I'm just putting into the chat box
no,
here.
no,
You
no,
can
no,
claim.
don't put in the
No?
chat box. It's just just announce it. AB5MK.
Okay. So, guys, it's A
All in
B
caps. All in caps. Five
all in
numeric.
caps. Number 5MK.
Yeah, and you need to
A for
go and
America, B for Bombay, 5 number 5, M for monkey, and K for Kolkata.
yes, and to
This
do
is
that,
the
and to get that, Madan, if you can open a new tab, um,
okay.
yes, and go to https
Yeah.
www dot five numeric numeric five thir.com. Yes, once www is there, I think
No, I have
https.
I have sometimes network issue. Just give me a minute. It's
Okay,
coming up.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So you will
So
see.
what needs to be done with this code? I just want to understand, like how to use this code.
Okay, so you go.
The
Yeah, so you went to fifthir.com. There is a request your certificate section. There is a live event happening. The same event is being streaming is streaming live here. Just put your name, phone number,
okay,
email, accept the term and
okay,
condition. Madan can do a test, test name, test email,
Okay.
everything. And once you go on the second page, it will ask you for the code. You just have to put enter that code, and this is all automated system. It will automatically send you a certificate for this session.
okay.
Okay, guys, you can do while I'm doing it.
Yes. Um,
Okay.
so and then
So this code I have provided here. I mean, just now I announced. If you
yeah,
want, I can once more I can announce. It's
yeah,
it's A for America, B for Bombay, number 5, M for monkey, and K for Kolkata.
okay, yeah.
And then you hit the next button.
And then once you submit, your certificate will be generated. So mother, you don't need
That's
to submit.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all doomed.
Yes, and you will get the
Then you will
certificate
get it.
in a minute or two. If you don't get it, there is a Telegram channel which is there on the page only itself on the home page. You just log into
Yeah,
Telegram channel. One of our teammate will be able to support you. You'll get it in 2 minutes
sure. So it will land into main. I think.
in your mailbox. Yeah, in your mailbox. Maybe it may go into a spam. Not sure how you're setting it, but ideally it
Okay,
should
no
go to
worries.
mail.
But guys, this is the yeah, great. So guys, this is the channel through which you can claim your certificate. Let me go back to the question and answer. In case we have more questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Yeah, people are very excited. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Madan will, okay. Can RP analyze the logs and provide correlation with actionable insight? No, Charanjit, let me tell you. RPA there are two characteristics. One is RPA will work on only the rule-based activity where the decision is either yes or no, and number two, it only works on structured data. So it will not work on log and it will not give you actionable insights. In order to do that, we need to go to the AI platforms that will analyze the data and it will give us correlation as well as actionable insights. RPA only acts and work on structured data, not on unstructured data, because your logs are unstructured data. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Oh, people are asking me secret code, Anjani. Secret code. Looks like I am the agent. CIA agent. Yeah. Okay. Once again, I'll repeat for you guys. Once again, I'll repeat for you.
That's the speaker secret code, right? So because here we are not
Yeah. Okay.
asking for a test, right? So this is the only way that and obviously
Yeah.
this.
So, guys, once more. Guys, once more. Now it's your turn. A for America. It's all capital. Make sure it's capital. A for America. B for Bombay. Number five. I mean, just number five. Numeric five. M M for monkey and K for Kolkata. This is the secret code, and I believe this will be only valid for next 5 minutes. Just quickly go and grab the certificate, and you can flash on the LinkedIn. How many of you are ready here to flash on the LinkedIn? If you really appreciate the content and the value, yeah. All right, thank you. Great. So, guys, any other question that is coming to your mind? Okay, Manish, somebody from the team will help you to download and make sure that you have the certificate in your mailbox.
Yes, yeah.
Definitely,
So
people will help.
don't worry. Yeah, obviously
Yeah,
you just have to join the
yeah,
Telegram channel. It will come up in
yeah.
your
But at
mailbox.
this
Yeah.
moment, yeah, but at this moment, in case you have any question that you want to target at me, shoot at me, feel free to do that.
Yes.
Can you please let me know the Telegram channel so that I can also join? I mean, I don't
So
have one.
you just have to go into fifthir.com homepage. You will there is a Telegram channel link.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question specifically for RPA for Madan?
Guys, somebody's question, can BPA RPA tools normal VPN capability like let me tell you, RPA is to replicate the human interaction, eliminate the human activity that is manual, mundane, and that is very repetitive. So objective is not to replace your BPM, but objective is to complement the BPM. So like RPA has very good integration with what I know is APM. RPA has very good integration with, there is another tool, I just forgot the name, but it has integration with all the BPM tool to complement the BPM, not to replace the BPM. So BPM actually helps you to streamline your entire business processes, and RPA help you to eliminate all the human intervention, and this is how it works hand in hand. Hope I answered your question, Vivek. Yeah, all right, great. Okay, so I think this is all. In case you have any query, just feel free to put on the Telegram group. Hopefully, somebody, the Ranjani or
Yeah,
somebody, should be able to answer.
yeah, and obviously
Yeah,
I will
and
route the question to Madan also. We have already
yeah,
shared
and
the
in
Telegram,
case
I
somebody is
believe
not,
his LinkedIn URL, right? So, and he will
yeah,
also be able to help
yeah.
you guys. Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, all right. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for joining the session, and thanks a lot, Anjani, for and your entire team for facilitating and bringing all the interest, the people over here. And
Yep.
it's my pleasure sharing my experience. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Madan. It's our pleasure too. Thanks a lot. Thanks everybody who joined. Yep. Be connected. Thank you, everyone. Bye.